Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I thought I'd talk about this one. I remember talking about it before, but I felt it finished off the action marathon of the 80s, that being 81, and then I've been working now up to 1982 with our mate Sylvester Stallone, that being Nighthawks. Say it again, Nighthawks. I don't like Nighthawks. I always remember the opening, really 70s. That's this really 70s theme tune. And it starts off, you got these terrorists, basically. Before you get the terrorists, you do get, before you do get Psy, you do get the terrorist. One being from one of my favourite actors, being Woodard Hour. May he rest in peace. And I don't feel sorry for Woodard Hour. I remember saying this last time I did this review, because the same year when he did this, he lost his mum. And not only did Woodard Hour lose his mum, but he also lost his best friend. And if that ain't bad enough, Sylvester Stallone deleted bit chunk of the stuff that Woodard Hour did in this film, and I would love to see it. You also get another well-known actress who's sadly no longer with us, who played in Star Trek. Remember Star Trek The Next Generation? Vija. You remember her? And so he's a terrorist anyway, and he really is such the epitome of stump. He is the epitome of stump because he goes into this shop and he pushes a bag to one side, he's chatting up the woman that's working in the shop, and on below he blows the shop up. You got the idea that Woodard Hour is a woman womanizer. He definitely likes expensive tools and he likes the nightlife. And then he goes every 2 minutes for the days. You've got Shy now, he's undercover, dressed up as a woman, but he's undercover, don't forget. That's part of his job, he's undercover. You got these scumbags who think it's a woman, about to mug a woman. Long road, it's our mate Shy. But I love to see he's fighting the bad. He says, "Come on, He-Man, come on, He-Man." Always had me wondering with a He-Man used to be a comic book. I didn't know in the 80s He-Man was a comic book before we had the cartoon series, because he does say that line, "Come on, He-Man, I've got the hots for you." Boom. And you also get another well-known actor. You may remember in The Empire Strikes Back, and he was also in Return of the Jedi, and he also played in the original Batman film. So I like the fact that he's partnered in the film. There's bits in it where he breaks in, he goes after these drug dealers, he really goes ape though. He says, I'm going to shoot you, motherfucker." And I thought that was a bit OTT, but he really does a good performance. And I think every single one does a good performance. To me, as I said last time I did this review, it really does feel more like a down and dirty 70s so more than a film from 1981. But it's one of these, even though I put it as the action marathon, it's not really that much action. There's a bit, like I say, Si's fighting with some scumbag muggers. There's bits of explosions in it. But if you're going into it for bang, 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 you're dead, and you shoot them up in car chases, it's not that type of film. It's more of a down, dark and dirty thriller. And that's what I love about Nighthawks. I love the fact it's a down, dirty thriller. And I remember doing a Woodard Hour marathon. And I've got to admit, I just wondered how he's do. He can play a really good guy, and he can be a really good villain. And in this, he's a good villain. He's the type of guy you want to go out and party with, but it's the type of guy you don't want to mess with, because he kills one of his mates, who's a terrorist. And you got the idea he now has a facelift, and they basically send Psy and his partner out because they've been in the army, they've been in the war, to go after Woodard Hour because they know he's a terrorist. And if I remember rightly, they got him Rooftard. Now, if you ever remember an original TV spot back in the day, an original 1981 theatrical trailer, you remember there's a scene where he goes to a nightclub, right? Goes to a nightclub because they're looking after our mate, looking after, yeah, they're looking for, I meant to say, they're looking for Woodard Hour being Rooftard. So they go to all these nightclubs. One of the women got murdered. So sorry, that Woodard Hour is a villain. One place, one time, she was rooting around. She found things she shouldn't have found, this girl. And you got the idea Woodard Hour kills her. Off steam, but you got the idea he kills her. And so they're going to all these nightclubs looking for our main villain. What does Side do? And I remember saying this before. What does he do? Like a knobhead. Even though I like Shy, I've got to admit, he was a bit of a knob in this scene. Because what does he do? He shouts out, "Wolf Dad! dead loud in front of a nightclub. Doesn't tell the doorman to shut the door. Doesn't call for backup, which would have been the smartest thing to do. Doesn't call for the armed force to come in and then get our main villain. No, shouts out, "Woofed!" dead loud. He stares Woodard Hour out, which is often Woodard Hour, he's stupid. He's got to figure out why is this guy staring at me. And then there's a good bit of action here. He's chasing after Woodard Hour. Woodard Hour's shooting people. He gets his poor old lady. But he starts his mate and leaves him with an horrible star at one side of his face. I've also to see where Cy goes mad. "I'm going to get you, motherfucker! I'm going to get you, motherfucker!" And he's effing and jeffing. I thought that was quite a funny scene. I thought his mate was a knob, though, because he says to him, "You should have got the shot. You should have got the shot." Oh, right, so is Cy going to risk a woman getting a throat slit? Is he going to do that? And not only that, he's trying to save you, mate, from bleeding to death. So I thought that bit, his mate was a bit of a knob, the way he acted. Should have got a shot. But yeah, you've got this guy, and it's one of the sergeants high up, and he sees something in Cy. First Cy says, "I'm not going to kill anybody," but I think as the film goes on, he knows he's going to have to, because Woodard Hour doesn't give a shit. He'll kill women, he'll kill kids, he doesn't give a shit. And the boss gets killed by, I just got a feeder, by feeder. And they're holding these people, pissing her on one of them eye staples. Remember the eye staples that move in the air? They're holding these people, pissing her, Woodard Hour and the woman. And Mouffetard wants to see Sylvester Stallone. He shoots one woman in cold blood, which gives you an idea that Woodard Hour is definitely someone you don't want to mess with. And he wants to give a note. And Cy says, "Why did you shoot the woman?" "Because I did." So his idea is properly evil. He just says baby. He says you can drop the baby, but don't drop the note. So it definitely tells us so what a character Woodard Hour's playing. He's definitely an evil, out and out evil bastard. He says to Cy, "Right, your time will come." And then this bit where Cy gets his drumpers because he uses his thing. Visa gets shot in the head, and you think Woodard Hour's dead because he dives off on this bus and it falls in the water. But then they find out there's no body, and Cy ain't stupid in this part. So what happens is Woodard Hour breaks into his house. He's going to kill Cy's woman, which again was deleted scenes out of the film. Cy throws his chest up as the woman and shoots Woodard Hour. My only issue is, and I remember saying this before, even Cy admitted this, that the censors, being what they are, bored of censor shit, cut British chunk of the scene out where Woodard Hour got shot. Because in the film, Woodard Hour, lickety gets shot to pieces. But in the film, you only see him get shot twice. But it was supposed to be a cut scene where Cy shoots him goodness knows how many times. So everyone always wondered why Woodard Hour was covered with loads of blood splats. There's your reason. So he falls down dead. It don't just pee me off at censorship, cut that. But he falls down dead. Cy stood next to him. You got that 70s music again. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. End of movie. But it's not a bad doing. I mean, there's some action in it, but I'd say it's more of a thriller. But I thought I'd put it in the action pieces because, you know, I like Cy. I like this film. It's down and dirty. It definitely feels like a 70s film, even though it came out in 1981. That's Nighthawks. Sadly to say, even though Sylvester Stallone directed it, wasn't a big hit. And it's a damn shame. Because I don't think it's a bad film. I don't think it's a bad film. Again, if you're going into it for blood and guts, car chases and explosions, you're not getting it. But what you are getting is a down and dirty 70s sort of feel film with a lot of good competent actors. Some who are sadly no longer with us, and some who I think are bloody brilliant. Into them, be smart, be safe. I'll do some more movies, more reviews on the way. Into them, I'll see you later.